manhood stone, and then it might go out the window. We're starting to hear the word more and more now, Terry, at the end of day number one, about 450 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, Maxime is a great stone lifter. He is very good at this. I'm not sure about the really heavy stones, but I know he's very quick, and I know he's a very efficient stone lifter. So, you know, he's going straight in there, I believe, on the second heaviest one, which is
550.
550, which is a big, big weight. It wasn't that long ago this was the world record.
So remember, weight trumps stone. So if he gets a 550 and a 600, that's going to be better than a lift of a lighter stone early. So Jerry, we're seeing right off the bat strategy coming into play.
Yeah, absolutely. And he confidently walked out and went straight to that 550. Well, let's see it, Max.
You got to have some serious stones to walk out to the 550 stone right out of the bat, and we'll see if Maxime Boudreau, who's had kind of an up and down competition, if I'm honest, on the first day. You know, we thought he would really do well in the deadlift. We thought he'd do much better than he did in the medley, and he just has had a few struggles here and there.
It's a very tough competition. I mean, it's one of those ones where, you know, the guys are so good. If you're literally like 0.5% off, it's going to cost you a lot of points. So it's not like Maxime sort of, you know, lost it or anything like that. He's just maybe just been that tiny bit off his absolute best. And that's obviously in this lineup, it's enough to cost you a few points. But I fully expect Maxime to come back tomorrow and have a very big day.
So he's back down from 550. He get a good look at 500, didn't like that. He's now down to the final 17 seconds to get one stone up, which would be 450 pounds.
He's got to get something now.
Yeah, this is going to be a moral victory for him.
But that is the risk of going for the big.
The stone, there's tacky on it already. It makes it easier.
There can be, and then there can be a disadvantage too if somebody's put a lot of globs of tacky on it.
So Tristan Hoth now takes center stage. He's going to step right up and got his 90 seconds on the clock, 450 pounds.
Tristan obviously just wanted to get one on the ball there.
Yeah, there you go.
Still a big, big weight. This is the thing. It's the lightest stone, but it's still well over 200 kilos. It's still a huge weight to be lifting, especially the fourth event into this competition.
90 seconds on the clock. He's not in a big rush right now. I guess if you come into this event, Terry, you know if you're good at stones, you're not good at stones, so there's no sense panicking over it, doing something that's going to possibly hurt yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, like I said, I mean, they've already done a max deadlift.
He's really got that leg
very heavy pressing medley, and also a keg toss. Their hamstrings, glutes, lower back are going to be so fatigued at this point. And yeah, it's tough, especially coming into it with these heavier stones than they usually are. It's very, very tough.
This is the great part of this, Jerry. I love that you can go back to another stone that you've already had success with to try to get another positive lift in.
Well, if you notice, he's really got that right leg really taped up. And he grabbed it after the 500, he grabbed it right away. So I don't know if that's hamstring, quad tendon.
I think other than Hafthor or Bjornsson, I don't know if anyone is
expect it. You know, it is unfortunately part of the sport. Injuries happen quite often. And obviously in a competition that's this hard, the guys are putting their bodies on the line. Let's be real about it.
A little bit of breaking news. Alexei Novikov, the 28-year-old from Ukraine, the 2020 world's strongest man, has passed. So he came into this, Jerry, we talked about it. He came in a little battered more than a lot of the other athletes. And I just think he's probably saying at this point, this is not going to help me.
Yeah, he's had a bicep elbow that's been kind of an issue.
Which would be tough for this event.
It's absolutely almost impossible with this if you've got any kind of bicep, you know, nagging injury.
So Lucas Hatton now moves into that position, the 29-year-old from Eatonville, Washington, the Pacific Northwest of the USA. 6 feet, 350 pounds, and he's going to bypass stone number one and go to stone two. This is 500 pounds. Gets it. So now the question is, does he stay here, go forward, or go back? And it looks like he's going to stay here for another go at the 500. We talk about tacky, Terry. I mean, I remember shaking your guys' hands back in the day and stuff, and you guys were covered in this stuff, and it was pretty much the T-shirt, throw it away. There's no saving it.
No.
What is it? Is it pine tar? Is it sap? What is it?
It's gum resin. Normally, you know, there's a few different ways they do it, but mix it with turpentine or white spirit, as we have in the UK. That's how a lot of people make it. But I mean, now you can literally go online, buy it. You can get different grades for different temperatures. If I was competing in this, I would have bought at least 2 or 3 different kinds to make sure that I've got the right one for the temperature inside this arena.
So Lucas Hatton successful one time at 500 and 2-time proof. Ivor Smakstelis now, the 36-year-old, the elder statesman here at the Shaw Classic. Strongest man on earth, representing Latvia. Comes in at 6'2", 326 pounds. And coming off a great performance, 2024 Europe's strongest man, 2nd place. So he'll go right up to 500 pounds.
Now, Ivor is another guy. He's a great stone lifter, especially on a set. He's incredibly quick, consistent almost as well with as a strong man, but he is a great stone lifter. So very unlucky there, but I think I gave him the kiss of death, didn't I?
Announcer jinx.
Yeah.
So Terry, if you're just cruising around Dartford and Kent in the UK, where do you go and find stones to train?
I mean, when I first started, I sort of just trained with a keg. I mean, that was literally it. I just practiced as best I can, used a sandbag, then bought a few stones. There was one company in the UK that were doing them at the time. I've made a few myself as well. You know, I know a lot of the guys back home when I was first starting out used to go to like what are they called? Like garden centres.
Yeah, garden centres. Yeah.
And literally like
just concrete stone.
Have some made, yeah.
Smakstelis is trying to get on the board, and he does at 450. And this is a situation now, strategically, he struggled at 500. So Jerry, he's going to just stay here and maybe pound out another rep of this.
Yeah, if he can get another rep or two.
We're talking extra points.
The way, you know, it's kind of looking right now, could be decent points for him.
I don't know if he's just got that bit of fatigue. He's not quite getting enough height. You could see it on the last one. He almost got it, didn't quite get the height. The rep he got, very good athlete. Very, very athletic, very explosive, very fast. Be interesting to see how he does here, obviously. On a lighter set of stones, he's incredibly quick because he is a very fast athlete. He's obviously very heavy, so, you know, it's a real test.
Pavlo's going to get a feel for this 500-pound stone. Just so awkward if you can't get a good grip. Here you see him trying to readjust, hoping that tacky on the forearm will give him a little bit of a hold.
It was just enough off-center where the stone rolled back on him. Decent, looked like a decent pick. It was just a little far forward.
Trying to get your heart rate to come down. He's coming up on just 60 seconds left, so he's already burned 30 seconds of his 90 total. Just trying to get something here. It's all about this grip.
Well, you know, Terry, the longer you're bent over there, it's harder to breathe.
It definitely adds to that fatigue.
Okay, so he's going to take a bounce back, drop 50 pounds, go back to the 450 stone, get that tacky in the right positions, and maybe he can pop this once, maybe twice. 2 lifts of this would certainly give him a better opportunity. He's looking for more tacky.
Problem is, as he burnt all his energy out, as he wasted all of his tacky on that 500-pound stone attempting that.
Yeah, it looks like he's slipping now.
Yeah, this is always the risk when you go shoot big. The chances of you then dropping back down become smaller and smaller with the more energy you use.
Final 15 seconds. He's going to have to make this quick. Just not there.
Nah.
Yeah. Not going to happen now.
I think we're just in that realm where the weights are so big, everything's got to be perfect. If the tacky's not...
And I'm not saying that by a fashion statement. This is actual strategy. You see guys that will do this. Terry, back in the day, this was the norm.
Yeah. I think is some guys don't like the T-shirt. It can get in the way. It can sometimes get caught on the stone, make it a little bit more difficult. Sometimes having that bare chest and just skin, yes, it's a bit, you know, rough and it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but you can get a better grip and a better purchase on the stone.
90 seconds on the clock. Bobby Thompson, the 31-year-old out of Fredericksburg, Virginia.
I was just always too fat to want to show off my bare chest.
Not anymore.
I wouldn't mind now, yeah. I'd be walking around bare-chested all the time, like Bobby.
That's what happens when you starve yourself, Terry.
Yeah, exactly.
So Bobby Thompson now resetting. He was one of the first athletes we've seen come in right at 450. He's not jumping to 500. And I think maybe he learned a lesson. Guys, get something on the board.
Well, see, here we sort of see the opposite, where some of the, like Max, Pablo almost looked like they didn't have enough tacky. Bobby had too much, and it all just came off on that first attempt. I mean, look at how much tacky he's left on
there.
It's
all over the stone.
That's the thing as well. You've got to give it enough time. Once you get it on, you've got to get it worked in. Because if you don't, if you literally put it on and go and lift, it will come straight off, it will peel straight off, and obviously end up on the stone like Bobby's had that happen now.
He's down to his final 35 seconds. It's like a bunch of wads of gum right now.
Yeah.
It's just not helping him to get grip on this. So he'll bow out. Bobby Thompson, and originally from Tucson, Arizona, now residing in the great state of Texas. 5th place overall after 3 events. This is a good opportunity for him. And he is strolling past the 450, the 500, and he is stepping right up to 550 pounds.
He's had a good first day, and obviously won the Open last year, qualified through that. Seen him compete a few times recently. Very, very impressive. Great strongman, and has got a massive future. Really is super impressive.
His name sounds familiar. Last year he was the Shaw Classic Open winner. That's the amateur event, earned his spot into the big show here. And there you see his hands. Looks like he's been kneading dough, but that stuff is definitely not edible. Now Austin Andrade will step up to 550 pounds. This will be a huge momentum boost for him if he can get it done.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, the floor easy.
Wow.
Got it.
There we go.
And dare I say, he made that look relatively easy.
It didn't look that tough, did it?
No, he kind of just dropped.
Once Tacky was finally set, he went well.
He's going to go for a second rep on this. Still has a minute on the clock. 550 pounds.
See, the question is here, he's obviously like got in his head, he knows what he's capable of, because he's not going up and attempting that next stone, even though that was, you know, a relatively comfortable lift. He obviously knows that's where he's at the moment, and obviously if he can get another rep or two, it's going to be massive points for him.
So he's going to hold at 550. Oh, that time he just couldn't get it to his knees, so maybe he'll take one more run at this, Terry. He's got 20 seconds plus.
Might be worth another shot. It's just whether that last attempt was a tacky issue, or he got it a little bit wrong technically, or he's just like run out of gas.
10 seconds here, and I think he knows right there, there's just nothing in the tank. But hey, 550 manhood stones.
He's had a great first day though.
So it's good to see some success with the manhood stones as he comes out. It looks like he had this tacky program dialed in. He strolled right past 450, right past 500, and knew exactly what he wanted. Jerry, he went right for the 550.
Yeah, he knew what he was capable of. Just took him a second to kind of get the tacky set. Worked out. Once he got a hold of it, that thing went.
So he puts the pressure on the rest of the field as he shows what's capable. Now this is one that I've been really excited to see. The big thicket, Trey Mitchell, 4th place overall after 3 events. He's already won the Shaw Classic 2 times in the past, and he's going to do the same thing that we saw from Austin just moments ago. He's going to step up right up to 550.
Yeah, he said in his athlete interview that he was going right after that 550, and if it goes, he's going 600.
Okay. Big man.
I think Trey's almost one of the guys that's got the capabilities of that as well. He's a great stone lifter, especially when it comes to their big, heavy stones.
And then you see the tacky there. He's got a little bit of assist going. He's got a little tacky already on it. Looks like he just went hog wild at a barbecue.
Yeah.
Still not enough, so he's going a little bit more.
I'm almost afraid to ask, what is that tacky substance made of? So it's a very special...
He's definitely had that tacky in the microwave, there's no doubt about that.
Nice, got it nice and warm and soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like just the perfect temperature to get tacky where it's not slimy, but it's movable where you can get it where it's got some good stick. Because when it's cold, you can't get a hold of anything.
So the clock has not started yet. He's getting himself still in position. Ooh.
Headbutt.
Okay.
I like it.
That'll wake you up. So he's stepping back to 500. So he's going to step back one. So he preloaded the 550. That's some experience right there. Here we go. 90 seconds on the clock. Trey Mitchell out of Lumberton, Texas.
Maybe this is just like a bit of a feeler set almost. I do them a lot in training where I'll do like a set just to sort of get a feel of the weight and then push it up from there. Yeah. Maybe Trey's just doing this to get himself in that sort of that frame of mind where it's not too massive of a jump to go straight in at 550.
Well, after watching a lot of these guys go, like he knows just this is going to be a good, a good place.
So that's 500 pounds successful for Trey Mitchell, currently sitting 4th place overall after 3 events.
To be fair as well to Trey, 500 pounds for him is not a top-end lift. No. You know, it's getting up there, but it's not at the absolute, you know, it's not on his limit. So, you know, it is almost probably him working at like 80–90% of his maximum.
Yeah, at his best, he's a very good stone lifter.
There we go.
Look at this. This is almost guaranteed he's got it when he gets to this point.
Yeah, he's so strong on the load coming out of the lap.
So he does 500, he does 550. It looks like he's going to stay for another 550, which is strategically, Terry, a smart move, because if he does this, he goes into 1st place.
Big points for this rep.
Final 10 seconds. And Trey. And here we go, underway. We're going to start off at 450.
There you go, that wasn't too difficult at all. Looked
Tom
pretty
Evans made it look easy, didn't he?
Yeah. It does make me question why he's not going up. He's like, you know, it must just be that he knows what he's capable of at this stage of the competition.
But you've seen a couple of guys, Terry and Jerry, that have not had any successful lifts. You've seen some that have had 1 successful lift at 450. So by getting 2 at 450, he does move up on points.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, it's smart. If he knows that, you know, that 500 is going to be a little bit of a push, double, triple this.
Yep.
Well, and we have still got another 4 events tomorrow.
Yes.
So maybe it's the smart thing to do to not literally leave it all out there.
And starting with a very difficult one tomorrow with an 800-pound squat for reps.
Yeah.
That's going to be good times, said no one ever.
Yeah.
Going to be pain. Thomas Evans now looking on the 3rd rep. He still got 30 seconds to go. A 3rd rep at 450 is not a terrible way to wrap up day number 1. Plenty of time.
It looks really comfortable still.
Yeah. I think he's going to clock at 550. He's going right for the 600. Tom Stoltman's not messing around.
I mean, in my opinion, right now, currently, Tom is the best stone lifter in the world. So I think at this point, if anyone's going to do it, Tom's the man to deliver. I know he's capable of lifting this kind of weight. It's just how much the previous events have sort of taken out of him. That's the question.
He was very excited when they told him about manhood stones and they told him about the weights. And he said, I'm going for that 600. And somewhere, his big brother Luke's at home watching, cheering him on from afar. And here we go, 30-year-old Tom Stoltman from Inverness, Scotland.
There we go.
Tom.
600 pounds.
Let's see it, come on.
If he gets this, he's got loads of time. He's got the full 90 seconds to get it. And then there's a good chance that wins him the event. He is the king of the stones. I think of all the years I've competed in strongman, the only person that could sort of lay claim to even being in the same sort of ballpark as Tom is obviously Big Brian himself.
Yep. And if you're familiar with strongman, but you're thinking, wait, where are the Atlas stones? This is a little bit different. Atlas stones, Terry, correct me if I'm wrong, and Jerry, that was more about speed, how quickly you could get it. The weights were still heavy, but not like this kind of heavy.
No, this is a different level of heavy.
So he's going to back it down from 600. He still has plenty of time, still 40 seconds. This is 550.
So even for me, like this stone is heavier than the biggest stone that I ever lifted when I was fresh.
He needs to get something on the board, though. He's under 30 seconds.
Yeah, we're getting close on time now.
And this was similar to what happened last year with him with the logs.
Yeah.
Just couldn't get it right.
I would have absolutely bet every penny in the bank on Tom.
You tell him to just go for the 500 and get something on the board.
This is really a shock.
Final 8 seconds. It's not going to happen.
It's got the strength. Again, it does look a little bit like it's a bit of a tacky issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of issues with tacky, looks like. I mean, he was down, good position, but he's